Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Andrews and Eastern. We are currently here in Bryson. Our passenger trains are starting to make their third trip of the day. This one is waiting until, I guess that'd be 1:30 to get out of town. And meanwhile, our switcher is just coming in with one car. And that one car needs to go on that train. And rather than do some fancy messing around, I'm just going to take you and have you get out of the way. And I'll have a road engine go put that on the train. Our other passenger train is on its way down from Andrews as we speak. And I think once this passenger train's out, we'll have the other train get rolling. These things are still unloading. Okay, you do have full water and coal, that's good. Where are you? Okay. Do I need to have you make a pickup somewhere? I think there's a pickup in Hemingway. Check the map. Okay, not at Hemingway. We still have cars inbound from Hemingway. But there will be stuff at Alarka Junction. Probably what I'll do is tell you to head towards the edge of the yard and then tell you to head out of town. And it's go time for the 48. So 34 can head there. And just to double check, yeah, 43 is at Roto. And we do have a whole bunch of stuff in Andrews to deal with, too. Once 34 is well on its way, we'll get that taken care of. That could be a good thumbnail. I need a new one to swap out the current one. No, don't do that. Switch against, not anymore. And then we'll throw this one too. And look, he gets his caboose again. But the crews were very insistent on their cabooses. Well, do we have anything in Whittier? Not really. So that'll probably wait until maybe even off-spring. But now that that's taken care of, let's head over to Andrews and we'll get our other trains ready. So we've got Unfortunately, due to a bad wreck last time, we only have 2 road engines here, plus our helper. Actually, we might only have 1 road engine. We've got a car for Ela, we got a bunch for Paperboard, we got a couple for Bryson, a couple for Whittier, and we got some scrap stuff. So our first step is going to be to get the local stuff ready. Actually, no, our first step, scrap's probably going to go on the back of the train. So let's get our engine for that, 55, to start building that train. And then our other engine, the local engine, can start switching this out and also get our pulpwood train ready to go. And then once again, our Santa Fe will probably end up being the helper. Now, what do we have going to the scrapyard today? 1 coach, 1 boxcar, both very dead. That's going to be saved. I decided we could use another loft car. And then looks like an old Connie, a little Pacific, and a tank car. So that is going to slow that train down. I think I imposed a 25-mile-an-hour limit for scrap trains. But that's okay. Oh, let's do manually. So we're just gonna put you down there. I do want the Ela car towards the front, because Ela we can switch from the front. Although I guess it doesn't really matter, but it'll be convenient for the next train too. And then all the scrap stuff can go at the back where the guys in the caboose can keep an eye on it. For now, right about there. And now while you come ahead, you can come down to probably about there and get ready to grab the local stuff. So this past weekend I went up and visited a friend a little to the north, and they gave me a bunch of European stuff. And surprise, one of those was an engine. They gave me a Bachmann Branchline Class 08 switcher. It's a British diesel. I don't know if it's diesel mechanical or diesel electric or what. I think they were mostly electric. But if you don't know what a Class 08 is, if you've seen Thomas, it's a diesel. It's literally that, and a few other diesels. But it was a mainstay of British switching for quite some time, as I understand it. And some of them are still out there today. There was one that recently got converted to batteries and cut down in size. And I tell you, it was a little jerky when I got it, but a bit of a tune-up later, it was running beautifully. So nice. It is DC only. At some point I'll figure out how to decoder it. But right now I'm very much enjoying it. Especially since that pannier tank I got a while back died. It died right about the same time the 08 showed up, which might just be a sign that it's time to scrap steam. So we'll get you out of the way, and then we'll start grabbing everything else. So what do we got? Snowbird, Snowbird. Oh, Snowbird this side, Snowbird other side, this side, this side, this side, this side. Yeah. So we'll just take all this over to the yard to start with. Oh yeah, and then we have to go grab all those pulpwood cars this time. Because we didn't last time, and we should have. Caused a bit of confusion and delay. I'll just tell you to head over to here for now. And then we can sort out what goes where from there. And I think I've already oiled everything up that needs to be oiled, yeah. Oh, and we do need to keep an eye, because when the passenger train reaches Alarka Junction, we'll need to do some manual control on 34. Go pick up those coal cars. Alright, so you go grab Leia. Yeah, so these things got dented up. 12 just had its tender smashed. 46 is the thing that ran into it head on. Yeah. What's our repair times? Ooh, excuse me. Yeah. So end of day, but it is going to take a while. Fortunately, repair part supply is not an issue. I don't really care if these things end up taking some damage, seeing as they're already headed for scrap. Alright, so now we grab all that and knock it onto that. This one was also purchased used, but it's in relatively good condition. We'll send it over for an overhaul, and that'll be good for logging. If I can just have these cars pick themselves up, I'm not going to complain much. Wait. Eh. Wrong switch. Was not paying attention. There we go. There we go. Okay, 40's out of the way. Passenger train's at a Larka Junction, so once we get this thing on its caboose. Oh, hard hit. Remember what I said about not caring too much if these things got broken? Did you not open your angle cocks? It's a passenger car, so it's going to be really hard. So I have to stand right here and do it. Alright. So you go get your caboose, and we need to jump over to 34. What are you doing passenger-wise, actually? Yeah, picking up. I think we're about to where we're going to have the maximum on the train. I'll just have to creep up towards the next one. Right about there is where we'll stop and pick up these cars. Right about there. And we'll just tack those on the front of the train. Right, and then pick all those up. I don't know how many handbrakes I set on here. None. Apparently it relied solely on gravity. And possibly train air. And now we'll let 55 hold on for a sec. And our other passenger train is still descending. And our switches at west are aligned for the meet. You're gonna have to stop at McLean to meet the other train. Sometimes it's all just a game of managing your needs. That's gonna take a moment though, so now we'll pop back for a sec. We got our markers, so let's pull up to here. so that our helper can tack onto the front. I guess in the meantime, you can start shuffling your cars around. So that first one's gonna come here. And then this evening we'll come pick up all the outbounds. Because we'll probably have a whole bunch of them. And also, probably after the first passenger train, we'll send out the pulpits. So what happens first? Does 55 get to this engine? Or does 34 get back onto its train? We do need to make sure that 34 gets to McLean before the other passenger train shows up. And also, I guess something else we can do real quick. Just in case. Cut out the 2 steam engines so no one can hop on those and start setting brakes. So once this engine is out, it'll become the, I guess, leader. And we'll cut out this one. But we do need to leave it cut in until that point, otherwise everything's gonna roll. Yeah, 34 is ready. Let's go get 34 taken care of. I might just move towards one session per day after this. But I'm probably also going to tier up the industries in Bryson and Whittier by 1. And that's just because this is taking a really long time. I mean, 3 sessions per in-game day? Getting to be a lot. Let's have you come up to here and wait, and then come get these cars. Then I have to run around you. And I guess we'll have some time for some manual switching over in Whittier as well. Okay, oh yeah, also, 25 miles an hour. Well, you know, we got a boost. We can make it 35. Maybe 30. I guess I can edit my text box again. Because we did get that. Everything else is still good. And we're gonna cut the pulpit cars in here, I think. They're even in the right order. Well, sort of. I guess that order doesn't matter too much. And to avoid the mistake I made last time, you can come up with that far. And if that's enough to clear the switch, well, you can come that far, and we'll put a flare there. I'll just line you where you need to go. About that. You go where you need to go, and these guys will stop for you. That's what happened last time. I had one train switching in the yard and another coming into the yard. And the one coming in was supposed to be able to go past the one switching, and I switched through and it didn't. Yeah. Bit of a oopsie there. Alright, well, you're clear now. And we still have some cars at Graham County. The Hewitt cars will wait till tomorrow. So yeah, I think Whittier's the only other place we really have stuff happening. I have to figure out which cars are going where. Alright, and now you go back on your train. I'll route you as far as Topton. And then we'll see how things go from there. They might be able to make it to Nantahala. I'm not sure. Or 10 might just have to run light back to Bryson. Oh look, another car finished. Then again, 10 doesn't really need to get to Bryson until this train does, so 10 might just sit in Whittier for a bit. And you now have free reign again. When we get to 9 cars, I think we can send out pulpwood. At least I'm hoping this thing's good for 6 up red marble. We'll find out. Oh, nope. Go back. Ah! I did not disconnect the car. That was a rookie mistake. Oh, and we got a couple of things here we can switch. Topton's a good spot for the main train to stop for 2 reasons. One, obviously it's as far as we can get, we think, before the red marble and the passenger train. And 2, it'll give a good place to stop and oil all the bearings. Because anything going to scrap is already, you can see, starting to drain them. The worse the condition, the faster it'll go through oil. So, Compton. Needs to uncouple and then go get that one car. And then we'll switch that one manually. Okay, oh yeah, and in case you got confused, 9 cars here, plus the 3 currently at Graham County, is 12, which we can do in 2 cuts of 6. Keep an eye on the other trains. Yep, okay, they're starting to approach where they need to be. I do need to find the code that lets you tier up industries. Because otherwise I'm going to have to play through several days to get this stuff up. And I'd rather not do that. I do not have several real-life days to do that. So probably after this video, I'll find the code, tier up this industry, tier up the stuff in... Is that slipping? Is that slipping or was it... Oh, you are on the ground. How'd you get on the ground? What'd you do? Did you just roll in there too fast or something? Sheesh. Everything on this road is breaking. And here I go about the Dutch drop. Easy. I'll do this in motion. stick it up there. I think that'll do it. And head. And then a couple on here, and we wait. No. You're not going the right way. I threw that switch, didn't I? Apparently it didn't throw that switch. That's annoying. Okay, 34 is going to be in its hidey hole for a bit. Alright, and now you wait. So we go look at our map. They're still working up the hill. Passenger trains are about to have their meet. And yeah, and then we'll head over to Whittier once we've accomplished the meet. '43 is doing really good. Not so much on the passenger count, but on the timekeeping, it's excellent. And the other train's still way back there. What we can do, I guess, is throw a that switch. The other one train can just come right through. Scheduled meeting time here, by the way, is in like 3.5 minutes. Oh, you're full beans as well. Yeah, you're pretty full, actually. I will say, doing a game where everything has to go over red marble is pretty interesting. You really do have to get a lot of power for it. But it does save switching as opposed to, say, Andrews and Whittier being open and having to be a little more careful with your car sorting. And there we go. So let's head over to Whittier for a bit and figure out what's going on here. I guess we could start by getting our tank engine topped off. Looks like it's starting with the Connolly cars. Well, no, it was starting with the Connolly cars. It's now working its way through these cars. But we can take the empty Connolly cars out. and take those up the hill. This is the logging engine we finished repairing, I think, last episode. Maybe the episode before that. It does not have a lot of range. It only carries 2,000 gallons of water. But it was enough to get all the way from Bryson to here. Oh, wait. No. I was at the water spout, wasn't I? We're pretty darn close to it. Dang, I could have gotten both of those at once. So yeah, we'll just take all these cars, yoink them out, grab these, shove them there, put these ones back in. And then we'll take them up the hill. This job does not rate a caboose. Neither does the local Tenanta Halo, actually. There. Which one is it going to try and start on? It only needs 8 cars a day, which is why we're currently a bit overkill. But an acceleration to tier 2 ought to help with that next time. Too little. But I'm going the right way. I'm not heading into the shop. What is that? L2, L2. We got one for L1, and the rest are L2. Maybe I should have just left the L1 car there. Made things easier. Then we go to the train. I do like this engine. If only it had more range, but that's kind of how they just are. Hard hit. Alright, up to the mines. Or not the mines. To the camps with the... And I gotta make sure I know where trains are stopped. You're almost to Topton. You're almost to Almond, and then I can send 34 at least to Wesser. Probably just to Wesser. Oh wow, my stream looks really jerky, doesn't it? Nope. That switch is probably a bit too fast. There we go, that's better. I don't remember what the speed limit up here is. I want to say 25, it might be 15. 25. Alright, highball. It's been a while since I actually manually drove up this branch. And as far as the other, yeah, we're gonna hold this train. Well, yeah, I think we can get it to Hewitt. Or to Nantucket. I have done danger by leaving the other train. But we will be back to it momentarily. And we're just going to ignore what I said about stopping for oil. It should be able to get them down to Nantahala without any issue. And hopefully without delaying the passenger train. Knock on wood. We need to throw some switches up here. Yeah. Let me just keep an eye on everything. This 48 is due to depart Nantahala 23. So in 6.5 minutes. Which is to say that 71 is 6.5 minutes to get its butt down to Nantahala. I think it can do it. I sure hope so. Otherwise, I'm going to have some very annoyed passengers. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still 7. Okay. Why is it always 7? Oh, and I guess the other train's probably past... No, it's not past Almond yet. When does 43 leave Almond? Okay. Ads in my face. 19, so in about 2 minutes. And then a little more to actually get up to McLean. Up. Little much there. I'm gonna robo train you so that we can get some other things taken care of now. So let's go find... Not you. I guess we will grab 34 first. Because soon it will need to get moving. And it also needs time to load. And yeah, 1,500, almost 1,600 tons. We fit no problem, fortunately. We will send you on to, I guess, Lesser. That meat might be a little closer than I anticipated. So we're coming up on it. It's got 3 minutes. Probably should have tried to get out of town a little bit faster. I don't know why I had you running at 30. Not that it mattered much. You were chasing other trains the whole time. There we go. Run, be free until you hit Wesser, because you'll be... I don't know. I think there's a glitch. You'll be going in the hole. I think everything's Andrew's interchange. There shouldn't be anything going to paperboard. There we go. And how close is that pulpwood train to being ready? Almost. We'll get it disconnected and then we can set up the pulpwood train. Still annoyed that engine binned itself. Well, unfortunately, these things are getting themselves fixed. And our logger's where it needs to be. That's something else we could do real quick. How are all of y'all doing condition-wise? If it gets down to 90s, usually when I try and send it to the shop. So we got 2 cars at 90, so we will separate those out and shop them. We'll still take the train up, but we'll shop the 2. We should probably do that condition check on the pulpit cars we just sent out as well, actually. Yeah, 89, 90, 98. Yeah, those ones are fine, but those 2 could probably... Yeah, the Hemingway cars could use a little touch-up. Just a little longer. Look at all that pulpit stuff on the road. These ones... Those 2 are Hemingway, and these 3 are Walker, and those 4 are Connolly for sure. 48 is waiting for the freight to get by him. No, 48. 48 did 48, go back there for a sec. Now we gotta sort this out. This is why we need to get signals on this line, I guess. I hope you fit in here. It's going to be really inconvenient if you don't. Yeah, you'll fit. What are you? No. I mean, you could, but no. Well, someone's running late today. I'm docking your pay for this. What I should have done is thrown this switch for the siding, and then 48 wouldn't have left the station. Now I can tell it to road forward again. And it should wait. Yeah, switch against. So once this train's clear and the other train's clear, we'll cut off 71. It can get water if it needs it. And 55 can go on its merry way. Fortunately, no, you're going to stay that way. I'm just going to leave that switch like that for a sec. Yeah, oil-wise, no oil. No reports of a hot box, but maybe that's just because they're too crap for anyone to care. You know what? You should probably take water in a second, but it's not my priority. Let's oil these things, the broken ones anyway. Hey, you stop. I think this is the first time I've seen something at 0%. Was there any hotbox messages? No, there were not. And now we can take a moment and get 40 finally figured out. Yeah, because now that's empty. So we will put the ones to repair over here for now. And just to make sure, switches are good. Okay, 34 is at Wesser, but we're still gonna make it wait. Get you watered up and then parked. It would be nice if there was a water tower, you know, up closer to Nantahala, where, you know, in the pockets where we keep the helpers. But this works. No coal needed. I might have these just stop there anyway, though. How about this? We're gonna pick cars again. And highball down the main. Hard dunk. I think this one can take up to Roto for the meat. That'll be 7 cars. 10 coming back. Oh, that's right. That middle track was clear. Durr. Those are all now one. Alrighty. Head to Roto. And then we'll go get our helper sorted out again. And where's all our other trains? Well, let's see. We got one there. And one there. And everyone else is still just kind of scattered around. We are about to have a bit of a dead zone. Hopefully not for too long, but a bit of one. Let's just follow you for a bit. May as well coal up. It's not like we use this one much anyway. I don't know how far behind our passenger train is going to be. Well, this says it's supposed to reach Topton in about 3.5 minutes, so well, leave in 3.5 minutes, so hopefully not too much. I do build a little bit of slack into these schedules. You know, and now you can just wait there. I guess, well, save. This 11 had something it could do too. And just pull out the one car. Uh, 55 is gonna be a bit, yeah. So I may as well. We'll put the outbound car there for now, and put the other ones back. え And then we can just knock that on outbound track in the evening, or the morning, or whenever. Oh, hey look, it's the passenger train. Okay, passenger train is just now reaching Topton, so it's gonna be a couple minutes late. Well, let's see. Scrap cars are still loading repair parts. We now have a bit of an excess of them. I'm hoping we never need that again. I could send you up for the other two cars, but I don't think it's really worthwhile. Let's just put you back over here for a bit. Okay, but we're almost ready for the meet at Wesser. Oh wait, no, you're fine. I already threw that. Yeah, oh, I missed. Didn't quite get the markers right. 1 minute late at top. That's not terrible. There's the other freight train. So while I'm thinking of it, let's let you guys go to Bryce. Whittier has a little shop, but Bryson is the shop. Get another thumbnail. Alright. Highball. I know we are going to stop next, but still. I'm going to throw a switch against you at Almond to check the oil again. Those two will have their meat. You're good. Yeah. We'll just have to get the passenger trains flipped in a hurry. Not too much of a hurry, because yeah, they won't get in till 1500, then we'll have about an hour to do the flips. Double check these switches. Yeah. These ones are all good. Yeah, let's head to Roto, and then we'll get the next trains moving. Then I think we'll head back to Whittier, and we'll get 10 ready to return to Bryson. It'll need to do it pretty soon. I do like the look of the consolidation. Or not consolidation, the Mastodon. And to anyone who says, it's not a Mastodon, it's a 12-wheeler, it's a Mastodon. The very first 480 was called Mastodon. No one ever referred to 410s as Mastodons because there were barely any of them to begin with. It's a Mastodon. One of the books that says it's a 10-wheeler even also says it's a Mastodon. There's the passenger. There's the passenger train. Still got a fair amount of passengers on board. But there's room for many more. Once again, hello Eugene Fleiss, Brunswick Crane Fan Farm Lover videos. I'm doing pretty good. There we go. You okay? Alright, so that's the next meet, so let's go down. And all we really have to do for you is send you back to the Y. You should be cold and watered. I don't think past me forgot about that. So future me, or present me, is fine. And the markers will still be fine as well. And there's not going to be anything ready to go for a bit. Well, that one's actually pretty close. Maybe when the clock rolls it will be. So we'll see what happens. It is going to make one round trip back from Bryson. I don't think any of the lock cars will be ready. Well, one might be ready. One's not enough for me to wait for it. Once there's like 4 or 5 ready. In terms of these cars, maybe for the afternoon train? I don't know. But I don't, again, I'm not gonna wait for it. Oh, Roto on time. Yay! We'll just have you wait at Bryson or at Whittier Depot for when I tell you to. And probably when the other train gets to Hemingway is when I'll dispatch you. Or maybe when the... either that or when the passenger train gets in. Woo! A lot of money. Because, I mean, either way, there will be a run from Whittier to Bryson before the morning train out of Bryson leaves. So it doesn't really matter if something goes out tonight or tomorrow. You're still a little ways from reaching Nantahala. Stop signal. Oh! We have those now. Hang on. I gotta go find my CTC board. Or is it? What is it? One of these buttons does the CTC board. That wasn't it. Well, you're departing on time for now, but I gotta get into the station. They should be able to set it to ABS. Where is it at 82? No, it is ABS. Okay, hang on. $55. Oh, that's right. Okay, so how do I change that signal? Okay. So, signals and waypoint mode are going to be interesting. Alright, 55. Let's get your consist oiled up, and then I will let you go. Ooh, 33%. We should have stopped at Wesser. Don't know how none of you have hot boxes. Anything else kind of low? Don't think so. Not enough to worry about anyway. continue on. Boost a little more. Oh, missed that. Alright, you're good. Goodbye. I don't know what we're gonna need to go touch next. I'm assuming the signals don't give us any more issues. Presumably it'll be... Okay, no, it just says that because it'll be... There's no more signals. I'm not going to try and CTC this stretch of railroad. So I think I need a... Let's go to Graham County and then we'll go back to Nantahala. Once you're in, we're gonna flip you to the other side to get ready to drag stuff home. Okay, and then 34 is almost to Nantahala, so then we'll get it tied into 71 and send them charging up the hill. Yeah, you'll need to go a long way around for that. And speaking of the hill... Better get time for things to load in. Andrew's pasture train is just almost there, so we'll need to touch it. Probably right about the same time we're sending 71 up. And logs and Connolly are still loading. Yeah, you're fine on water. But we're definitely going to need that helper. I hope that both of you can get it up. 40's good. 48 will be once its passengers unload. Closing up for a hard dunk on our helper. Bang. Okay, so now cut out you and MUU. And you go to Topton. Again, we'll route you into the siding for now. And actually, I'm gonna throw a switch here to Larka so that the train next, or freight stops there for oil as well. And then I can route it directly into Bryson Yard. Okay, 48. No. So you go here for now. And we can get you turned pretty quick. Coal, water, the works. Cars are still in pretty good condition. I think I've honestly just been keeping the markers on the cabooses. Okay, so this one will be ready soon. Unfortunately, it's trapped behind the other one. So if I stop you for water... Where does that put the back of the train? Yeah, that'll work. Give you water, then give you coal. And then send you on your way again. I'll send you up to the depot. And now we can do this. We're gonna flip the train 7. I do have to wait till it's out of the station, otherwise it's gonna try and sit at the station. Which is not what we want. Does anyone else need attention? I don't think so. 71 and 34 are still storming the hill. 40 is going to be waiting a bit for its cars to load. The music has restarted. 55 still moving. 43 still en route, so 10 staying put. So we'll just wait for this, and then we'll turn the train around. Not a song by Harry Belafonte, but it sounds like it could be. Then we can probably turn on the Y in Bryson. You know, the one that you don't usually use once you've gotten past it. But yeah, we can just do a quick turn there. And then head for the yard. It is a really convenient Y when you're just running like Bryson to Silva or Bryson to Whittier though. Alright. Do the Y with you. And if we go to Whittier, okay. Question is, if I waypoint this train to Bryson, what's gonna happen when it hits the edge of town? Find out. Will I have to manually throw that switch, or is it gonna do it for itself? With the signals, I really don't know. Also, how's 71 doing? They're still climbing, that's good. Approach East Whittier. Oh, that's right, I can tell it to override signals. How about this? There we go. Now you've got a highball signal. Oh, and I guess I can buy the next set of signals. Do I want to buy the next set of signals? I think we will, just because. It's not like we have anything else to spend our money on, huh? So passenger train is now at Whittier, and we're going to be waiting... Oh, 48 is still needs to get itself turned. I have tried, and there's not enough space to turn the train on the slide. Fortunately, we don't have to. Alright, so now you come up the line to about there, say. I wonder how far it has to get before the switch rate, before the signal opens up again. These are questions I have never bothered to try and answer. Oh, nope. There it goes. And then we need to take this all the way back into the yard. So that we can pull and water the engine. We'll call it there for now. And we'll go telegraph ourselves back to the other end of the railroad. Travel via telegraph is the only way I can think of that we can teleport around the map like this. I know it doesn't make a huge amount of sense, but whatever. There's probably some Warehouse 13 type artifact that lets you send yourself by telegraph. And 55 is at its next forced stop. We'll just oil up the two worst pieces. We'll put you in there. And then we'll have to sort out Bryson cars and Whittier cars, all that jazz. There's a water phone there we can build 10 on, though. That's good. Overshot just a little bit. I think we can make both of these fill at the same time on this engine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what we would like to see, yeah. Everyone's still making it up. 48 is probably ready to go. Send you back to the station. Make sure your train is ready. Yep, your train is ready. What I can do then is just tell you to hold beans it because you'll stop and stay at the depot. And even load passengers just like you're supposed to. How are your switches lined? I think I still need to waypoint you into the station, but that's about it. You're gonna... Okay, yeah, you are gonna load from that now. Ten's eyeballing, 55's eyeballing, 43's on its way over, 48's where it needs to be, 71's making the last climb. I think once this train's at the station, we're going to call the stream for the night. I'll play out the rest of the night off camera, and we'll pick it up tomorrow when hopefully everything's been tiered up a little bit. I have to figure out what that command is, though. It's probably something set tier and a number, but I'm not sure how you pick out which industry it is. I know the command exists, so that's about it. Because Midland has used it on camera. And speaking of Midland, if you'd like to see a little more of my content, get notified, you can do the whole like, subscribe, bell thing. Or you can join the Midland 1072 production server, because he is an awesome guy. And go find his roles, and there will be a Bandan content notification role. Every time I post something, you will get a Discord notification. So go check it out, because the Midland is awesome. If you need the link to his Discord, you can find his channel by going to my channel's main page and scrolling to the bottom. And then his Discord is, if it's not on his main page, it's going to be in the description of any of his videos. And there we go. I guess we'll pop back over to 71 as we let the clock finish out. They're almost to the summit. Look at all those cars. Woo! We do seem to have a bit of a gap. Bluetooth connection, Bluetooth engine. It'll pop in eventually. There it is. Yeah, with that, we're going to call the stream there. Thank you all for watching, folks. Have a good night, and take care.